We've not gone live last week because of the Eid break. So those of you who are perhaps not from Dubai, have not visited here, Eid, which is twice a year, we call it the smaller Eid and the bigger Eid, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. Last week was Eid al-Adha, which was a break of I think about 6 days or 5 days. Well, depends on who you are, where you are, where you're working. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Bismillah. Salatu wassalam ala Rasulullah. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Okay, but what we do is we take up questions and we will answer your questions in this live. Any questions that you've sent me previously, I will answer. Thank you everybody who's joined in. So I see Sayyid Shoaib who's joined in, SDK Naz, 4 others who also joined in. I really appreciate it, guys. Listen, if you got questions, please send them across to me. I am more than happy. I love taking your questions and answering them live as well. One of the things that I want to talk about today, I want to address agents. Okay, I want to get into helping agents grow their business, helping agents. Mateen Luxury Homes, hi, thanks very much for joining. I want to help agents grow their business, and I want to help agents. Let me fix my little. I want to help agents grow their business. I want to help agents do their work in a professional way. Okay. This is something that I'm sharing with my team as well, and I want to share with you guys as well, specifically agents who are operating in the Dubai market. Irfan Official 1993, hi, welcome. Check this out, guys, okay? One of the things that I'm not going to say you have to, but you've got to really seriously consider bringing into your own life, including myself, is being disciplined and working in an organized fashion. Okay, Real Estate of Dubai joined. Hi, welcome. Sayyid Danish Sharif, welcome as well. One of the things you want to do is you want to bring discipline and operate in an organized fashion. Now, check this out, guys. A lot of times when agents start in the business, they start in a little bit of an ad hoc way. Okay, they're either tired of the job that they're doing. Some agents perhaps were not getting other jobs, so they ventured into real estate. But I'm not going to say everybody does that. There's much less agents now in the market who just came into real estate because they couldn't get another job. Most agents in the Dubai market today who are working in real estate, helping to buy or sell real estate, are here because they want to be here. Mohammed Naeem, hi, how are you? So what am I trying to get at? If you've made a conscious choice, Mahbub 672, welcome. If you've made a conscious choice to actually be in real estate, then I want to suggest that you should take real estate very seriously. Jayesh Bindal on YouTube, hi, how are you? Why? And I want you to really seriously consider this, okay, guys? Think about this and then consider this. What do I mean by this, okay? Rami, hi, thank you for joining in. Anything worth doing in this world? Okay, let's come back to a little bit how agents join, right? They come and then they bring in their own habits to real estate, which is fine, right? So if it's habitual for you to generally start working at 12 p.m., you start into real estate and you start thinking that, I got the freedom, I should start working at 12 p.m. If it's habitual for you to be distracted throughout the day based on what you're doing on your phone, what you're doing, being distracted with Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, so on and so forth, you come into real estate bringing those habits with you. So sometimes agents, when they need to do focus work, they're not able to do focus work because they're getting distracted with all these online Instagram, WhatsApp, so on and so forth, right? The point I'm trying to make is that you've got to think about this. Anything worth doing in this world, and that's being done in a proper way, in a good way, has been done in an organized, disciplined fashion. And prime example is, if you've heard of Emirates, just raise your hand or nod in your head and say, yes, I've heard of Emirates Airlines, right? So everybody's heard of Emirates Airlines. Now, take Emirates Airlines and put a picture of the Emirates plane in your mind on one side, and put a picture of any XYZ airline that you know about or if you've ever experienced and they're really terrible. Okay, I don't want to name any airlines, but you can pick any that you know are really terrible. So they're either late and never fly on time, never reach on time. They might have safety issues perhaps. Their staff is rude. Their pricing strategies don't work. Sometimes you've got a confirmed booking and then you turn up at the airport and they're like, you don't have a confirmed booking. Or they make rules and regulations that last minute cause you a lot of inconvenience, so on and so forth, right? So how many of you want to fly with Emirates? And how many of you want to actually, for life, except if it's an emergency, want to fly with this XYZ airline that you don't like? Most of you, if you're in your sane mind, almost about 90%, at least 90% would say you would like to fly with Emirates. Okay, what does Emirates do? Think about this. Emirates operates in an organized, disciplined fashion. They are so disciplined that when they realized that flying on time allows them to make flying on time and arriving on time allows Emirates to maintain a higher standard rating when compared to other global airlines, right? So about 10 years ago, they figured out that it was a serious problem with passengers getting checked in, receiving their boarding passes, right? Back in the day, it used to be like paper boarding passes or cardboard boarding passes. And then passengers would go around the duty free, which is great for the airports because they get some business, so they want you to go around. But then they would go around the duty free, they would go to the bathroom, the washroom, the eating places, and they would forget that they've got to be at the boarding gate at a certain time so that the plane can actually take off, right? And I still remember my first time when I was traveling to Toronto back in 2000, I felt I was getting a little bit delayed for my flight. I don't know why it was. I don't like getting late. I like to be on time, especially with airports and flights and planes. But I think I was like rushing through the walkolators. And then somebody, I still remember, a person, maybe perhaps 10 years older to me, male gentleman, looked at me and said, "Do you have your boarding pass?" I said, "Yeah." And you know what he said to me? "Don't worry, they're not going to leave you behind. They'll just wait. They'll just end up finding you." And then you've also seen, it's a longer point, but I'm trying to get to something. You've also seen that those documentaries of Heathrow Airport where they're running around trying to get that last one passenger, right? That one passenger is causing all this delay on a plane. So it's a long-winded example, but then what did Emirates do? Emirates said, if you're not at the boarding gate 15 minutes before the boarding gate closes, we will offload your luggage and you will not fly. I think they tried their best to discipline the passengers and tell them, like, you've got to be at the boarding gate at this time. Fine. Guess what? They still couldn't solve it. No problem. We'll solve the problem on our side. That's okay. You're not going to be on time. We will offload your luggage. At that time, offloading luggage meant a lot of issues, problems, time consuming. They figured out a methodology where they could offload you in 15 minutes with your luggage. So your luggage stays in the country and you stay in the country where you're supposed to fly from. Result, Emirates started making their time even better, right? How do you apply this to you and your business as a real estate agent? You think about it, okay? A lot of real estate agents, I've seen this. What do? They take calls in the morning. They take meetings in the morning. And there goes their entire day. Why don't you structure your day in a way where all your meetings happen post 2 p.m.? So that all the work that you're supposed to be doing that would help you sincerely with your business gets taken care of in the morning. Right? Are you understanding this? Right? So instead of thinking, why don't you just, the point I'm trying to make is, I'm just looking through your questions as well, guys. I'm going to welcome all you guys, new guys who've just joined. Thank you very much for joining. I love to take your questions. Please put your questions through, especially if they're real estate related. I'm out here trying to help agents. If you're a buyer, I will help you as well. Or a seller, I'll guide you as well. For example, very early on in my career, I figured out that if I am at a viewing appointment and a what do you call this? And a buyer or a seller, first time, if we're meeting first time, they're late more than 30 minutes, that meeting has to be rescheduled. How did I figure this out? Because I waited for some buyers. 40 minutes, 1 hour, 35 minutes. And I realized that those buyers, those sellers who showed up late to those meetings, we never concluded any business anyways. So it's just going to be a waste of time for me to wait for them an extra hour, right? I know there's a gentleman online called Ramit Sethi. What he does is he says, I will wait 15 minutes if you communicate to me. So if you tell me, listen, I'm stuck in traffic, I'll be there in 7 minutes. My rule that I implemented was I will wait 30 minutes, even with communication. So if at 25 minutes you tell me I'm going to be there in another 10 minutes and it's going to be 35 minutes, I will reschedule that. Why? I'm not being rude. I'm definitely not trying to convey that I'm more important to you. I just found that people who are late to meetings will never actually conclude real meaningful business. I will give you the opportunity to reschedule with me, or I can reschedule with you, and that's it, right? I go off onto another meeting. Even if I don't have another meeting, I will still try to reschedule. Now, do I always stick with my rules? Sometimes I break my own rules. And then I learn and I come back, okay? So guys, listen, as real estate agents, realtors, bring discipline into your life. I want to bring into my life and work in an organized fashion. I've given you some basic tips. Number one, push all your meetings with all your investors, your clients, your tenants, outside clients, viewings, maximum, push them to one block of the day. Now, if you like to take them in the morning, fine. So if you want to do meetings from 9 to 1, up to you. I personally find that 9 to 1, especially with the Dubai weather, can be hot weather. You can be outside. It can drain your energy, and you come back to the office by 1 or 2 p.m. You're hardly going to want to work. You're just going to want to lounge around and coast off. My suggestion is push your meetings to 2 to 6 p.m. Because, if meetings run longer than 6 p.m., you can always keep working, then go straight home and relax, right? That's number one. Number two, figure out the areas where you can organize yourself. Remember, anything meaningful, like Emirates Airline, runs in a disciplined, organized fashion. So if you're running your real estate business in a disorganized fashion, because you as an agent are also a business owner, if you're running it in a disorganized fashion, it's okay for a year, few months, for a first year, second year, but you don't want to continue like that, okay? Let me welcome all the people who've joined. Tabrez Faruqi, Kashif Hassan, Love Labi, Sayed, Danish Sharif, Forest, Sinan, Puri, Realtor Saqib, I am La Madrid Clouds, Asif Khan, Adnan, Trevor, Walid Hassanan, Shanuda, Shuresh Amara, Irusaman, Akib, Faizan Sheikh. Okay, thank you very much for guys. Rich Stay Holmes joined. Okay, hey, welcome. Never seen you around, but happy to have you around. Okay, guys, I'm live on YouTube as well. So if you got questions, put them across and I'll be happy to answer. Let me answer some questions from here. Sayyid Danish Sharif asks, is it true that a person can only afford a studio with 500,000? No, it's not true. In freehold, there are studios starting for much less than that as well, especially if you go to International City. You might still be able to buy something for about 350,000. I'm not sure what the latest rate is over there. Let's see. Buy a studio in International City. I can quickly tell you if these are genuine prices or not. Okay, so let's say you go to buy a studio in International City. I see studios at 260. Even if this is not a genuine price, I see something at 395, but that's a different one. Yeah, 260. There we go. For sure. You could buy something for less than that. Okay, which includes all fees and everything. Okay. Moving on. Hi, sir. I need a real estate client who give me work. Okay, clients you can get by going out there and meeting people. From them, you will get, so every person you meet, you collect their mobile number, first name, last name, email address, mobile number. Every 10 to 12 people you'll meet, one person will become a client. Are you out there going and meeting people? Do that, okay? I'm doing villas and apartments renovation, mostly paint. Okay, so you're doing paint work. Go reach out to agents, reach out to actually villas, do some marketing, you'll get clients inshallah. So somebody asked me, is there any space for new realtors who want to step into the Dubai real estate Dubai market? Mostly Asif Khan Insta, you're asking me. So most people are discouraging, don't come in summers, and it's hard for new realtors to be in the real estate market. Please share a roadmap. Okay, I'll give you a roadmap, okay? You need to be doing like 4 things when you come into the real estate market at any time. Number 1, try to meet at least 10 people and collect their data a day, okay? Come into the market, go out there, go to fairs, go to coffee shops, say hello to people, just introduce yourself, give them a business card. Dubai is not a very, very difficult place to meet new people, okay? Number 1. Number 2, make 10 calls to people, right? Hey, I'm in real estate. I would like to help you if you've got any requirements. Send 10 emails, WhatsApps. Last but not the least, visit 10 properties per week and you will be okay, all right? This is something you should be doing every week. You will be okay. Join a good company with a good mentorship program. Faizan Sheikh, is renting an apartment or purchasing more affordable? Look, renting an apartment, if you wanted, let's say, take an example. Let's say you needed to rent a 3-bedroom apartment. It might cost you about maybe 150,000, 120,000, what have you, right? If you want to buy the same apartment, it might cost you about 3 million dirhams. So, answer given. Let's take some answers. Let me answer some of these questions that I've got from my viewers as well, and I'll come back to your questions, okay? Sinan, I see your question. I will come back to your question, okay? Stick around, please. So, check this out. I've got a question from Vyokristi. Hello. Hi. What is your opinion on investing in an apartment like the one sold in the First Central Hotel Tcom? They cost about 350,000. How the renting deals work with those hotels? What percentage buyer gets? Would you recommend it as an investment? Short answer, no. Don't ask me why. I'm just giving you my opinion, okay? Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a primer and a background on how hotel investments work. How do hotel investments work? Very simple. Essentially speaking, you own a hotel apartment. You become owner in the land department. You get a title deed. But if you've bought in a hotel building, while you own that particular studio or 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom apartment, and you are the owner, actual owner, on the side, you have signed an agreement with the developer to give that apartment back to them so they can run the full building sometimes as a hotel. They will manage it. They will rent it out per night. They will collect all the rent. They will maintain the room. They will maintain the apartment, and they'll maintain the entire building. That hotel operator, because they're no longer the developer, you're going to have a relationship with them clearly mentioned in the contract, which would be that they would deduct all the maintenance service charges, operational charges, and then whatever is the profit would be shared with you in a specific set percentage. So if they've said, we will share the profit with you 50-50, you'll get 50%. If they said, we'll share the profit with you 60-40, which means you get 60%, they get 40, it'll be 60-40. 70-30 or 60-40 the other way, so on and so forth, okay? Buyer beware with these kind of hotel investments, okay? Just seek a, I'm not going to comment on the developer and so on and so forth. For that, get into consulting with us. Would you recommend a better investment for under 500,000? For sure. There's many investments across Dubai that you could get access to. If we saw an advertisement done by an agent and we want to utilize your service, would we have to pay 2 agent fees? Very good question. And you put a smiley mark, smiley face. I don't know why. Okay. If you find a property from somewhere else, first of all, just let me clarify something. If you want to come and work with me and use my advisory services / being your agent, I charge an upfront fee to start working with me, okay? Because just the n number of people that want to work with me, you understand that I can't work with everybody. So one of my ways to qualify is you've got to pay an upfront fee, which in return you would get my decade and a half of experience and an n number of services. There's a lot of things that you get as a package when you start working with us. So that's the basic fee you pay to start working with me. The second part is when we start helping you purchase a property, we will help you purchase a property from the market, even if there's another agent who's listed the property. You would not be paying 2 times the fee, you'd still be paying the regular 2% fee on a resale property. If you buy something from the developer, you don't pay anything, okay? Let's take a question from here. What is a good area for capital appreciation and rental yield? Look, rental yield, JVC is performing very well. For capital appreciation, all areas vary. If you can afford, go to a beach property. If you can afford, go to a property that overlooks a park. If you can afford, go to a property that overlooks a golf course, so on and so forth, okay? Buying an older building for own stay in Business Bay, yes or no? Yes or no. Here's the thing, right? Anna 3022. You walk into the building. It's older. So what? It's amazing. It's nice. It smells good. There's good amenities. Everything's tip-top shape. And you, according to the standard of living that you have, appreciate it and you like it. So it's okay. Let's look at the flip side. You walk into an older building and the glass is broken. The entrance door is broken. The security guard who's supposed to be the concierge is not on his desk. The chair that you look at is torn. The elevator, out of the 4 that are supposed to be working, 1 is under maintenance and it's been under maintenance for a week. Perhaps you can even oversee this, overlook this, okay? And you'd be like, yeah, I like the apartment. Fine. You like the apartment, okay. There's a few other considerations you want to take into account. Most buildings in Dubai have a 10-year structural warranty. So I would suggest now, if the older building is more than 10 years old, look to see who developed the building, right? So in Dubai, in Business Bay, if it's Executive Towers, that's the government of Dubai that built them, I'll be okay with that. If it was a single developer, they only built one and they've gone away, you want to be a little bit careful, right? Does that make sense, right? Okay, I hope it does. Excuse me. Sinan, I want to come back to your point. What's a good area for capital appreciation? Think about this, okay? In each different area, there are pockets of opportunities. So if you go to Creek Harbor now, Creek Beach is an opportunity, okay? The other buildings become an opportunity if you're buying at the right price. Does that make sense? Otherwise, for yield is JVC, okay? And again, yield can become very good. If you have a property that's vacant in Creek, let's say downtown, vacant property and market price is 2 million, but you can buy it for 1.85 and rent it at market price, boom. Good capital future appreciation and good rental yield you can get, okay? Uzair Parvez Khan, welcome. Jared, welcome. Imran Saeed, welcome. Ulan Recto, hi, hello. Jayesh Bindal on YouTube, hello, hello. If you got a question, please send it across. I'd be more than happy to have a look. Okay, good. Ajit Veera Singh online 9764 asks a question. If I have an investor visa on another category, but still want to get a broker license in real estate, how do I get a RERA license? Listen, this one, I think it's still, you would have to go and work with a company, go under their... No, you got to talk to RERA. Go to RERA. It's in the Dubai Land Department. Just go there and ask them. Just take a trip down there or call them. Actually, calling will not be that fruitful. Go there, go to them. Why I'm thinking about this is because if you've got an investor visa, will the government of Dubai force you to go onto the real estate company's visa to get a, whatchamacallit, would they get you to get a company visa? Gotta check that. Okay, so Imran Said, you asked me, what are your thoughts on Tilal al Ghaf versus Muruj or Tilal al Furjan? Listen, so both are different developers. So one is Nakhil, the other is Al Futtaim. You've got to understand that Nakhil has been developing for a long time, but just go to their communities. You're going to start understanding of what kind of a developer they are, right? So just go into Jumeirah Park, go into JVT, go into JVC, go into the Palm Jumeirah. Good, bad, ugly, I'm not giving you my opinion, okay? Then go to Al Futtaim. They've delivered one community called Zahia in Sharjah. Go to there. Dubai is definitely a different community. Different developers with different levels of experience. Al Futtaim definitely has a lot to prove with the first community that they're master planning and delivering. I think the community is going to come up very well. Initially, there might be some hiccups, but if you really think about it, like once they've got their community center up and going, like an Imar community immediately gets a Spinneys, a Starbucks, and all of that because Imar's already connected to them in the mall. So it doesn't take them too long to bring in these high-end brands that bring value to the community. Like, who can argue that Starbucks does not bring value to the community? Who can argue that Spinneys or a Carrefour or a good grocery store does not bring value to community? Now there are communities that struggle to bring them in, like for a very long time, and I've seen communities create their own grocery store. Like, come on, man, think about it, okay? So Tilal Al Ghaf is going to grow very fast. They'll have some hiccups in the beginning. They're both good communities. At the end of the day, it depends on what you're looking, and the locations are different, right? I wanted you. Arjun Mehra, hi. Shobha Heartland, one bedroom, 700 square feet for 1.2. Is it a good investment? Sounds like a decent investment. And then it depends on what building. Is it off plan? What view you're getting? Can you negotiate it a little bit? I know that 1.2 was, I think, the standard price about 4 or 5 months ago. So it's a decent price. Quality is very good. Wilton Park, Ellington. Wilton Park, Ellington. I think it's a good. Ellington's good. Very good. What do you think about Rivana twin villas in the valley? They're good. It's good. It's good. Imar is always going to make things good. The distance is slightly of concern today, but give it 2 years, and the distance is not going to be that much of a concern. People are going to be living there. I think what's going to happen is commercial towers are going to come up in that area as well. More questions. What do you think? You mentioned Imar South as a good investment around 4 months back. The point was it was undervalued property at that time. That entire is still undervalued. The area is still undervalued. Like, if you think about it, when was the last time you've been there? I've not been there for a while, right? So it's still undervalued, but still you can't go into an area and just pick up junk. You still got to look at what you're buying, what developer you're buying from. You mentioned Imar, and then what asset you're buying and what you're paying for it, right? So if you're going to go there, still try to buy something at a distressed price or a lower price, right? If possible. Arjun Mehra, Parkview. Parkview is good. Wilton is good. Ellington's good. I've got some more questions over here. Akib, is there any way to get the details of the owner of the flat or office, as one of the agents reached directly to the owner whom I showed you? Yes, they can, because they've got data that have leaked out there. And so what they can do is just call the owner. So you should have an agent-to-agent form in place to protect yourself. Uzair Pervez Khan, I booked Oro 24 Kyoto. What is your opinion about it, or comparison between Oro and Danube? Both are good. They're okay. I hope it works out very well for you. Bless you. Faizan Sheikh, please advise real estate or renting apartment near Dubai Islamic Bank building. Sorry, Faizan. Dubai Islamic Bank building. That's a non-freehold area. Just get in there and speak to a lot of the security guards downstairs. They will be able to advise, or speak to one of the agents who work in those areas. Like, look online, search online. Property Finder and Bayut. Anna 3022, one more question, please. Villa in Dubai South, your opinion, please. Dubai South, you've got to go there and actually look at it, and you've got to understand why you're buying. Like, if you're looking to buy over there to live there, and you want to live there, and you're okay with the distance today, good. Then if you're going to buy in Dubai South, my advice to you today is the whole area is generally undervalued, okay? Try to pick the best. So you know how they say people go into the in the best community but pick up the worst asset, meaning like they might go to a billionaire's row and pick up the cheapest house. You're going to an undervalued area, pick up the best over there, right? So pick up the corner lot, the bigger house, the best possible, right? If you're going to buy there. That's just like quickly, okay? There's somebody asked me, how do you authenticate that new project or property you're purchasing are worth investing? Anu, this is the valuation matrix. Guys, buy the valuation matrix. Put a link over there. I think we had a link, by the way. They can buy it for $99. So plot that property on a valuation matrix. It covers 26 different parameters, and you can look at many different parameters and see if it's a good one or not. Please share your thoughts and experience as off-plan projects as a broker. Off-plan projects are pretty okay. But I don't have a list of all off-brand projects right now, so I can't give you like a play-by-play feedback on them. I've done that once before. Maybe we do it next time. Shaniat, Jia, Rawal Ashraf, welcome. The Rich, Rakmatullah, welcome. Sales Spid, welcome. Mohammed Homer, any feedback for buying Azizi Riviera Maidan studio for short-term rental? I think you could do that. Might work out. Do we help you set up Airbnb? Yes, we do. We actually work with two very large companies who do that. Arjun Mehra, is Dubai Hills overpriced now? No, it's not overpriced. Guys, look and listen. You've got to look beyond pricing. That's why you should get the valuation matrix. Look at a property from 26 different angles. Look at all the plus points of Dubai Hills. What's the good stuff that's going to be coming in? And if Dubai Hills is someplace you need to buy, then you got to do a lot more homework to get into the area. There's like maybe 1,000 units, villas, apartments, and so on and so forth. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're well. I know this is the Rich Rakmatullah. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're well. I know you have good Islamic knowledge. How do you think they're ruining on helping people to buy property on mortgage since mortgage is not permissible? I don't know. Speak to an Islamic scholar. I have basic Islamic knowledge. Your options about reportage, Bianca. Really do your due diligence there. Okay. Arjun Mehra, Dubai Hills or Shoba Heartland, both have their USPs. You've got to look at what deal you're trying to get and what's the end goal that you're looking to seek from the investment. If you're looking to flip, if you're looking to just buy and hold for 3 years, so on and so forth. So a lot of that depends on what you're looking to do so that you can have a strategy that's customized to you. Okay. Let's come back to these questions and then we'll end today's chat, today's live. Okay, guys, listen. Aisha Khan says 21 years is minimum age requirement for RERA license. Then how can 18 or 19-year-old work in real estate? I didn't know that was the case. Maybe that they've just moved the age now. Used to not be the case, okay? Hello, sir. I'm a student. Do I need a degree if I want to become a real estate agent? Earlier, no. I think you could be like 10th grade, but maybe now you do. C Nation TV 8282 asks, is the Jari contract only in Dubai? Yes. Or also for the rest of the UAE? No. The other Emirates, he's asking me what happens then in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah. I know about Sharjah and Ajman and Abu Dhabi as well. They have their own registration process, okay? Engineering 6439, how can an investor find bank loans matching the Sharia? Talk to an Islamic bank. At least that's one way, okay? There could be other ways. If other people know, please share in the comment section. At least 10 years of experience. What about us newbies? Don't worry about the newbies. So this is where I said, look, one golden rule is try to find an expert to guide you. Listen, newbies, don't worry, don't lose heart. Find a mentor to guide you. Let them help you. Work in a good company. What's going to happen is a good company is going to give you the support structure and the experience and the training you require to start closing deals, right? So start working with clients. And the more you work with clients, the more and more you will be able to work with extra, solve challenges, and continue to grow with every single transaction you make. So don't worry, the newbies are going to be fine as well. That legend gamer, do you work with beginner, low value clients as well, or only high value investors? We work with both. How to start, sir? I got another question from Lady Janem Jaddo 8865. How to start, sir? In what? I have no idea. All right, guys, we're going to. Okay, Mateen is saying thank you for your time and consideration, industry individuals, for your advice and keeping your opinions solid. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. I thank you very much for joining and for the questions that you've sent across as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, very much. Listen, guys, if you have not been able to answer your questions here, just put them in the comments section, not of this video, of any video, and my team generally takes up comments and then we'll answer your questions. Sometimes your question might be very detailed. I'll even make a video for you and answer you in that video. All right. Don't forget, if you want to work with us, there is a link below. Hit it, click it. We'll help you either buy a property or sell a property. If you want to work with us as an agent, there is a link again. Just hit it, click it. Check you out on the other side. Take care. Bye-bye.